In today's hardcore episode, I'm going to be creating the coziest barn in Minecraft, doing it all from this small island in the middle of the ocean. This thing will be equipped with all different types of farms and include pens for your animals. We're also expanding on our Farmer's Delight things that we found on the island in the last episode, so we'll have different farms with different vegetables and crops. If I want to start making spaghetti or sushi or a burger with tomatoes on it, I can. But to do that, we gotta go back to the beginning, after creating my starter base from the last episode and finishing up a windmill to complement all of our farms. Back on the island with an unorganized inventory and a lot to do. See, some of you pointed out that I have not treated my animals well. Hey guys, you like this, right? Right? So I need to come up with a barn that's gonna go right over there. And since this area lacks, well, any area, the first thing I'm gonna have to do is terraform it. Now I have some leftover dirt from the last episode, so I might be able to actually figure out what I wanna do right here and now. I'm gonna have to even out this land a little bit so I can put a barn that doesn't go into the water. And when I do stuff like this, I like to keep it in a certain method. So this is, what, 6 blocks, and then this is 5, and then this is 4, and then 3, and then we'll probably do 2, then 1, couple of 1s, and then we'll switch back. That's my, like, normal how to make a circle method, but it just generally keeps our island looking like Minecraft terrain. And now that I'm seeing the project ahead of us, I might have to get rid of this beach. It actually gets pretty slim on the actual shoreline right here, so maybe this is the cutoff. We'll get rid of this sand here and dedicate all of this area to our barn and our new Farmer's Delight farms. So I guess let's just quickly take out this beach and see how much area I have to work with. That is gonna require a lot more dirt than I have on me. Hopefully in the last episode we collected a lot more than we actually needed for the island. Oh my word, look at my house, it's so cute. If you want to see how I build it, make sure to check out the last episode of the series. But don't click off this episode first. You gotta watch this one first, and then watch last episode. You know, 2 and 1, the correct order. And while you're figuring out if I know basic math, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We are incredibly close to 1 million subscribers here on YouTube, and I would love for you to join the Before 1 Mil gang. Your support is so integral to the channel, I literally couldn't do this without you guys. It's my entire reason behind making my Youtooz plushie, a version of my Minecraft skin brought to life, but it leaves very, very soon, like tomorrow soon. So use the top link in my description and make sure you get yours now. It'll never come back out. Like, this is it. This is your last chance to get baby welcoming, so don't miss out. And with that said, I think we might have enough dirt to fill this in. Now, the other issue is the fact that it's kind of floating in the water, and I really would like to keep this land as an island. I don't know how we're gonna do that with it floating, but we might have to figure out another solution, possibly with sand and dirt this time. Boom, baby, terraformed land. Perfect. Now, how do we want to deal with this section? It's probably best if I try and keep it looking like this over here, which is just the natural gen of Minecraft, so it seems to have one layer of dirt at the bottom that sort of just follows along the coastline. Now, obviously, we're trying to hide the fact that there is an underside to this that no one shall know about. The new issue becomes this area, this very, very deep area that I have now stumbled across. See, I don't know if I should just keep it as sand down here, if we should do like a little bit of dirt and then fill the rest in with sand, or if I should grab stone, even if I should. Oh, I am drowning, because maybe stone would make this look a little bit better. Yeah, I think mixing it actually doesn't make it look all that bad. I'm doing all of this work just to keep the integrity of the land. Like, I'm the only one who's gonna see this. Who cares? My brain's still making me do it anyway. There, that doesn't look too bad. I think we've kept it pretty nice, actually. There'd be some places we could put maybe like the seagrass. Oh wait, how do we, oh wait, we use shears for it. And then this can kind of tie it in a little bit better to the actual land, but we've extended it. Awesome. Now we can start on the material gathering for the barn. For one, we're going to be keeping with our current block palette in this world. As we only have 3 different types of trees, I'm pretty much going to use only these, which just requires me planting down a new farm for each set of trees. So we're going to do, ooh, wait, we can do spruce in the back. So we'll just do a line of oak right here. That way when I chop it all down, it'll go in one hit. And then over to the right, I want to avoid the beehive one just because I'd really, really like to keep that beehive for later. So we'll do 2 different birch areas up here. Do I think I'll be using birch in this build? There's a chance. There is a chance. I don't know if I love birch or not, or if I want to absolutely get rid of it forever. But either way, if it goes in the build, I'll make it look good. While that grows, I'm going to clear out this area of the trees and the grass and then put down our outline. Alright, I like that, but I think a barn should be lighter than everywhere else, so what if we did birch on the inside? Like that. Ooh. I don't hate that. Normally, birch is an absolute disdain for me, but since we're trying things this episode, may as well go for it. Now, I'm already out of birch. Thankfully, oh, look at that. Some of them are growing. This is kind of slow, though, so I might cut these down, add in some more birch, and then what we'll do is we'll go get the block for the roof. We need more deep slate, something that I just don't have a lot of. We have to actually mine that over and over again. And I'm so desperate for a faster pickaxe when that happens. Like, this has minus dig speed on it. That's not good. Someone told me you could reforge your... Oh, wait, what? Reforge? What is this? What do I do with this? Diamond requires full durability. I'm supposed to be able to change the actual item. Requires... Oh, wait, so I have to fix it up first to there. I don't know if that's exactly what I wanted to do. What is this? Requires... I put diamond. What? Is this doing nothing? Guys, I don't think I understand. I swear someone told me in the comments that I can re-roll in like an anvil. I don't know how I'm supposed to do that. Well, since that's not working, I am just gonna go mining. I repaired my pickaxe that I don't like for absolutely no reason. Out in the ocean, I'm basically just looking for a cave that leads straight down to deep slate. I may have an ulterior motive for trying to find a cave, but I did get to one. And thanks to some magma blocks, I didn't drown. Of course, I'm out here to find deep slate, and I just mine into a random cave. I'm not mining, though. Nope, this is not what this is. I'm looking for something. I feel like that reforged mechanic had a little piece of amethyst on the right side, and since I don't have any, I'm trying to look for a geode. But, like, who's gonna pass up on all these diamonds down there? Alright, fun time's over. Diamonds are not what we're looking for. I'm legit going through like every crevice I can just to see if there's like a geode somewhere. Oh, hey, you know what? We do have a campsite over here. Lucky me, there is no amethyst in this thing. Oh, there's a lot of iron though. What the heck? Okay, stop getting distracted. You gotta find this geode. Oh, yes, dude! At the very bottom of the most random tunnel in the... Oh, there's a creeper in there! Who did that? Man, I was just saying, like, out of the most random tunnels, I just find this thing. Oh, I killed the bat. I'm so sorry. That is not what I meant to do. But yes, there is some amethyst in here. This is a full piece, right? Like, you can get, yeah, you can get shards from this. Can you get shards from any of the other pieces, or do they have to fully grow? I don't know enough about amethyst. You know what? I'm going to let them grow while I'm in here, because we're going to get to deep slate mining. Okay, I'd say 6 stacks of cobbled deep slate is probably enough for a single roof. And unfortunately, I don't think any of this amethyst is fully grown. Maybe this one? I have no idea what fully grown... Oh man, that one wasn't. Yeah, I don't know the difference. Like, that looks fully grown to me, but I can't tell. So even though I'm probably never going to find this geode again, I'm just going to leave with the shards that we do have. Now that we're back at base, I really want to test if I was right with this amethyst. Okay, wait, we go here, put in the diamond, and then maybe an amethyst, and then... Oh my word, it requires full durability again. Do I want to do that? Oh, fine, whatever. Do it again. Okay, surely this works. Oh, it does! Oh, and it's common! Oh! Okay, you know what? Maybe we don't do that. Maybe we don't. Okay. So it doesn't just upgrade it, it re-rolls it. Basically meaning I need a bunch of amethyst and a bunch of diamonds, but it is technically cheaper than re-rolling full-on diamond sets. You know, maybe Maybe we just get villagers to do it for us. But while I was gone, our trees grew. That's awesome. We can cut down this. Oh my word, just look at that. All of that wood at once. It gave a trim to the other trees, dude. We got bald trees on this side. But these should all cut down as well. Perfect. Then we can also, oh wait, I was gonna grab the birch, but there's a beehive here. Can I pick it up? Oh, I can. All right, actually, now that I think about it, we can just put it on the tree with the other bees. Boom. There, 2 beehive tree. Is that actually possible in Minecraft? I don't think it is. But with the birch grown, we can just get all of this stuff. Holy cow, that bee was waiting for passage too. Hello, buddy. How are you doing today, sir? Are you good? Having a good day? Oh, you were going to that flower. I hope you enjoy it. After chopping down the rest of the birch trees and returning to our spruce farm to do the same, I finally got back to work on the barn. All right, let's fill in the rest of these walls that I didn't have enough birch to fill in earlier. And we'll obviously end out putting some windows here. And actually right here, we're gonna extend this out this way, but I'm gonna show you how to do that later. For now though, I'm gonna fill in all of these back walls and all the side walls, which gives us something like that. Very basic and very boring. But let's fix that by figuring out the roof. Clearly, barns are a little bit out of my natural territory, as I haven't done like a purely aesthetic one before. But I think if we do a larger roof that I'm used to, it'll probably make it look a little better. And I also think the use of some vertical slabs, that's right, baby, we got the vertical slabs out, might make this arch go a little bit easier. Or not. I could have fully just messed that up. I don't know. You know what? I'm sure we will just figure it out as we go. Surely that is a... Oh yeah, that is a barn roof right there. Oh, and I really like the vertical slabs, actually. The only thing I'm not too positive about it is right here, like these stairs. What if we add in... Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say it would look better, but what if we do vertical slabs there instead? Ooh, maybe. Oh, it kind of makes the barn look a little bit more flat, and I actually like that, because you really want a good arch for a barn. Now, my only other thing is, how do I do the sides like that? Like, just vertical slabs all the way down the side? I've never done that before. Maybe we can. This actually could end up looking pretty good, but let's save that, because I know we're gonna add some area to there. And instead, let's replicate what we've already done on this side over here. So we start with vertical slabs, and then we go 1 stair and up 2 blocks, and then we add in our second stair, put a vertical tile there, and a vertical tile there, then a full block with another stair on top, right? I'm keeping up with this, and then we go over. I'm gonna just recreate it on this side. That way we're able to meet in the middle. I think that's the same height, yep. Then we take our slabs, go over a block, and then this shouldn't matter at all. Perfect. And on these roofs, we definitely don't want to do that cross beam, because barns definitely don't have that. But we could, on these sides here, we could just build up this arch again like we did with our house. I think right there. Yep, we could do that. That would stick with our build, but maybe we'll see what the spruce on it looks like first. Or maybe we'll use oak. I don't know. Either way, it's looking fantastic no matter how you slice it. Now I just have to figure out how I'm going to do these walls here. I could go straight up the center here, up to the very tip top, and that would look like something. I don't know if I like that, to be honest. Or we could just continue with the current design by going up like this and then over like this, and then fill in all of the other walls or all of these other areas with birch. That could work. Let's fully see what that looks like first. Okay, I like that, but I also like this little window here. I do think it's a little too big. What if we take this? I know. I'm taking away the spruce that was there, and it's throwing off the build completely, but that looks more like a window to me. And it also separates that left and right side better. Then let me copy that over onto this side and just see. Oh wait, I gotta move this up by 1. Just see what that looks like, because we are going to make the entrance larger doing that, and I don't know if that's what we want. Who knew? Me, of all people, is going to be using this much birch. It's not like I despise the wood type or anything. I do. I definitely do. But in this singular instance, it actually looks like a barn. Cows, do you like it? Do you like it, sir? No. All right, cool. Well, I do. I think this can be decorated very nicely. And I definitely, now that I'm seeing it, think that we should use oak instead of spruce for the roof. Did he just say spruce instead of spruce? Dang nabby, I did. Alright, that turned out way better than I thought. I kind of just tried something when actually indenting it. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, but I really do. Now, there are some trapdoors hiding the birch because it does bleed through on this side if I were to make it an oak or something like that. So we just have to deal with it. And I did consider using spruce trapdoors as well, but we're probably going to have plenty of that on the front and on the back side that I wouldn't need it. But like, yeah, that looks really good. Plus, for this section right here where I extend out the build for, you know, a few different of the Farmer's Delight farms, we're going to be using oak anyway, so it's nice to have in the build. But now onto the things that fill my inventory. I have yet to decide what the front is going to look like, whether I do a bunch of different decorations, I use leaves, I use potted plants, so I'm going through all of that now. As since now that the outline is done, we have to make the barn not look bland. So for the decorations of the barn, I am very close to having everything that I need, except I think I'm going to need some more potted plants, which is honestly a very thing for me to find. It just requires some clay from the ocean, which is, somewhere maybe? Where the heck did I get it from before? Oh, right here. Okay. Is this like our only patches of it? That's not great. I might have to be more sparing with the clay than I thought. I still ended up harvesting roughly a stack though, and then took it back to base to smelt down. Okay, while that smelts up, let's get started on the front detailing. So for this front area in particular, it looks a little bland, and I like my openings to be more broad. That way we can like place stuff on top of it. I just don't know, do I want to do a bunch of different things for this or keep it very simplistic? Ooh, what if we did, hold on, wait, what if we did a trapdoor entrance like this, and then on this wall, and then directly on top of these trapdoors, we had some dirt, another trapdoor in the middle, with oak ones to the left and right, similarly to how we did that over there, with probably something like this going on top of it, and a rose bush, lantern, and a regular old sweet berry bush that'll grow into, well, an actual sweet berry bush. Wait, we can put something underneath this too. Let's do a potted plant with an oak sapling. There. A lot of greenery, and I've already fallen. With that set in place, I also think it would be cool if we added in some chains to the build to give it more than just the wood color. So if we put trapdoor there, so it looks like it's actually supposed to be there. Ooh, wait, that flower's in the way. Okay, what if we move the lantern over, put the rose bush there, and then just a lantern on that? We can do trapdoor, trapdoor, fence, and chain. Then repeat that on the other side, and bang. Okay, so it looks like that's being held up over top the the potted plants. Then we've got that situated. Now I kind of want windows there, but I mean, it's not gonna work because it's like too wide. You can't just put windows on too wide. You can do it down here though. So maybe on this side we do like some oak trapdoor type of windows, and maybe we replace the birch, instead of logs, we make it stairs. And that kind of highlights that better. We can also add in some leaves over here. And I think this will kind of make it match better. What if we did one how are we gonna hold that one up? Okay, wait, we've got campfires, so we can do this. Remove the ash. I've added a texture pack so it removes the ash from the bottom, so they look so much cooler now. Then we can do that there and that like that. Awesome. And on this side, I've got a really cool idea. We've got 8 barrels that we're gonna make just a big old barrel thingy. And of course I come prepared with a tripwire I'm gonna put here. And then we use all of these oak trapdoors we have left over to make sort of a trough for the animals, like that. We fill it in with water. Then it's kind of like an animals can leave and go, and we have our infinite water source on the island. Not that we need it, but as animals are in, they can drink a little water and then go into the barn. Not that I'm gonna let them leave after I captivate them, but that's their problem. Up here, we'll just do the exact same trapdoor thing we did before, or campfire thing we did before. And the front is done. Look at how beautiful that is. That looks amazing. Plus, look at that. The cows are already liking it. I'm gonna have to redo this on the other side now, which that'll take a minute. But another decoration area I have to think about are the sides here. Like, how am I How am I gonna do this? I think maybe in every section we do a small window. And I think since we have fences on the front and back window and then trapdoors, we're gonna actually stick with glass on the side. Normally not seen in a barn, the animals will probably break it, but these animals can't do that, so I don't have to worry about it. Then for every side, I'm gonna do a slab and trapdoor windowsill with just the basics underneath, like so. Probably not as much leaves on this side actually because we already have the farm here. But we will hang a lantern. See, I don't like that now. Dang it. Shoot. How do I do the bush? Okay, wait. I've changed the design. We'll do a campfire with the little, the open fence post thing. Do a bush next to it and a bush right underneath. That looks good. And on every individual post, we can just hang up our own lanterns. That just makes it so much easier for every single window, and I don't have to worry about how many trapdoors I need to make. Those are expensive nowadays. Inflation has ruined the price of my trapdoors. Just simple decor really makes the biggest difference in the world. Our barn is looking so good right now. But there's still one area of the barn that looks like a blank canvas, so let me handle this real quick. There we go. That looks so good, dude. I'm very, very happy with how our barn turned out. I mean, the outside at least. That part's done. Now I just have to do the inside. Everyone's favorite, right? Don't worry though, I've got plans here. First things first comes fixing this roof up a little bit. There are some areas that are way different than others. And with everything even now, I have to figure out the pen sizes. So we're gonna have one here, one right here, one here, here, and here. Or we could do one big one here, maybe another big one here, and then a small one in the corner. Obviously, we're not gonna have too many animals. We've only got cows, sheep, and chickens. So then realistically, our best bet is to have cows right here, sheep right here on the other side with no divide, and then chickens over here in the small section. But I also want to think about this top layer. See, we've got too big of a barn to not have like a second story. So I want to make sure that we're actually putting some effort into that as well, because that'll be good storage for wheat, seeds, raw chickens, I guess. I don't know what you store in a barn. I hope I don't end up storing raw chickens in a barn, but if that's what I end up doing, that's what I end up doing. Oh, and since fences just look awful when they're next to each other, we're gonna be using some stone and then fence gates. But this just enhances what a fence gate looks like. Cool. Now we've got our sheep pen, chicken pen, and cow pen sorted out. They all have grass as well, and we're gonna keep this as grass. Maybe make this into a path block here in the middle. But obviously sheep need grass to grow their wool back. I was gonna say they need to grow their sheep back, but that's not a thing. And maybe since we are going out this way into an extension of the farm, we could do like a staircase right here, maybe? Nothing too fancy, but if we're gonna have a second story, we need to know how we're gonna get up here. All right, how big do we want it? I think we'll close off that section, and then we could go down each pathway here like this, but there's nothing else to support it except the walls, because I didn't really choose to make each of these go up. So maybe they're more like rafters then in that case. It's not really a second story because it's not very supported. You know, you're not supposed to be up here, sort of barn. Oh, but instead of fences, we could do alternating trapdoors up here as the actual railing. That does get rid of the fact that I can use this block, but it makes it look good, so I don't really care. With that in place, I could put some hay bales here, maybe some barrels. Specifically up here in the back, we can do some chests. Then over here, we could have a little crafting area, maybe a furnace just in case we need it, or a smoker. And there, that area up top is actually very usable. As for the extension that I've been talking about the entire time, I'm out of spruce. Like, I'm actually out of a lot of things right now, so I might have to go back to material gathering. But it's gonna extend out in threes. So 3 and then a spruce pillar, and then 3 and then a spruce pillar, 3 and then a spruce pillar, which kind of means it's gonna be off the edge, which is once again another issue that we've run into. I expanded the island at the start of the video, and yet it's still not big enough. So guess who is back to farming resources? This guy. First on the list happened to be more spruce, which 5 trees later ended up breaking my axe. But hey, we got a lot of wood though. After that mishap, I had to remake the thing. Common equals legendary axe. Are you kidding me? Oh my word, we have a legendary axe and a legendary diamond shovel. We cannot let those break. No matter what, they cannot break. Because I can just get mending on them later and get better enchants than what I'm currently getting. But man, is that crazy legendary diamond tools? If that amethyst rolled this diamond pickaxe into a legendary earlier, we'd have a full set right now. Back to the resources, I grew a bunch more oak trees and cut them down in one fell swoop. That is a lot of tree, man. That's taller than my entire base. That's just 2 stacks. Are you kidding me, oak? Birch, on the other hand, was a little different because we didn't have any farm places at the time, and I ran out of bone mealing it. Well, I guess we'll just have to work with these 2 wood types. Saving the worst for last, it was onto the dirt. Now, if I remember correctly, yep, we have our own little dirt hole over here. Thankfully, no mobs are in it, but back to work for me. Well, I am pretty positive that I have stripped all of the dirt out of this dirt hole to the point where inside of here now is like completely hollow. Normally, I destroy nature by chopping down trees, but this time we're getting to the roots of it. Back over at the barn, I once again extended out the land. I did all this work earlier for absolutely nothing. Worst part is, it's floating again. I did all that work with the sand and it's still, oh my goodness gracious. What am I gonna do? No one's gonna notice a little floating dirt, right? Like I will, but I no longer care. I did this earlier. I don't have to do it again. Turns out I have to do it again. See, the Farmer's Delight mod has this little thing called rice inside of it, which requires a submerged farmland, and that's what I have to now create. I'm not trying to make it too big of a farmland because I don't need that much rice. But I want to give every single farm a chance to like grow properly and have, you know, a decent area to live in. And that means for the 3rd time this video, my land is floating again. How does this keep happening to me? Okay, I don't see how I'm going to make this look any better with the 2 and less than a half stacks of dirt that I have left. I'm just going to keep bringing it down and making it look more like it's floating than it is now. So we'll just keep it like this, see how the farm turns out, and then worry about the floating land. So finally, let's extend out this barn. Perfect. We've got the land we need. Let's strip this now. And it's not like this little section is going to be masterful in any way, shape, or form. Heck, I might not even match the roofs completely because I kind of want to do like a campfire roof. Oh, that sounds insane, doesn't it? All right, fine. Why don't you watch me build the campfire roof and then tell me it's insane? Nope, can't tell me that doesn't look fire, dude. Oh my word, what an extension. There is so much going on that roof. I couldn't even tell you what's happening, but I did make sure that like when it connects, it is spruce just to like give it a little bit of difference, because when I was looking at it from above, it was as if the oak was kind of going into this, which doesn't make sense because this is pushed off by one. So this is an uneven surface and it just didn't look right. So we made it spruce and I think that made it better. Now, the only thing left to do is to make the farms, the pathways for them, and move all of our animals in. So let me explain how I want to do that. Obviously, on the inside, we're going to have a path block interior specific to the barn here, just because I feel like every barn has to have some sort of path block thing, but we're leaving in grass just because the sheep are going to need it when they re-wool. And out here, we're using it to lead towards certain areas. And then I am going to remove the inside line of this till up about, should we go there, I'd say? And replace it with a stone brick, cobblestone path that has water inside. Now I'm waterlogging this so that I don't have to actually worry about like having places that need water, because in between every single one of these sections is going to be a mini farm, a 3x3 farm. That is exactly why I did all of this 3x3 work, so that this looks great, that it looks organized, that I can, you know, put lanterns on, whatever. This is perfect. And I just have to repeat that process over and over again, filling it. I feel like you guys get the gist here, but I am just repeating myself. And then do another farm on the side. Perfect. And look at that. It stays inside the line too. Like it stays on land. We can do a little bit of decoration stuff over here. Heck, we could add another farm, mini farm. We could do a scarecrow. That's what it is. There. And you know what? Just for funsies, we'll do it over here too. We'll encapsulate the entire thing in stone. Perfect. Dude, that looks amazing. Now, the last piece of the puzzle is actually a little bit different. Out here, we're going to use a wood path that will slowly branch us down into the rice farm, whatever you want to call it. And then when you come down, basically, you're going to be able to walk on this little middle section, and it's just going to be left and right is going to be rice. Left and right is going to be rice. Every single where. And then you can go back up at any one of these staircases. And I could go down even further. I could go down to like all the way over here if I wanted to for this actual rice field. I don't know if I will. I don't know how much rice. We don't have a lot of rice right now, but like that is the plan. Let's go grab what we've got. We have onions, rice, cabbages, and I believe tomato seeds. That should be all that we have because I only planned out 4 farms. Please tell me that's all we have. Perfect. All right, so we've got the tomato seed farm, the cabbage seed, the onion, and then the rice in the back. Awesome. Now, I don't have any more bone meal, so we're going to have to grow these naturally. We'll just do onions over here. Then we'll put cabbage seeds right in the middle and tomato on the far end. As for the rice, if you go down here, like I said, we want to be able to plant it to the left and to the right. I've only got 6, though, so we'll have to wait for these to grow. In the meantime, I'd like to add in a couple more decoration pieces. I think in between each of the farms, we can do a wall. That'll make it look better, and then we can even plant stuff on the wall. Maybe we do like a purple flower there, do a red one right there. Then on this side, we do a yellow one. Just nice little potted plants. And towards the back, we're gonna have rice, but we can also do some leaf work. And these things are gonna need some sort of a light source, so let's go in the middle here. We'll use palisades because they're a little bit larger than the fences. Plus, you can easily walk around them without disturbing the farm. Then we'll use a spruce slab with some trapdoors on either side to sort of hang down some lanterns here, just like that. You know what? I don't hate it, but I don't love it at the same time. All right, what if we scratch the oak and instead do spruce? Okay, yeah, that is much better. And I'm unsure if I want to do another one so close, but like for the sake of evenness, I kind of have to. There, that looks better. I cut out the middle one just because I didn't think we needed that much light. And then what I'm going to do with this area over here, just so that it gets the same amount of light that that lantern is getting off, is we're going to do a campfire area. Yeah, I know I'm not using a campfire for the actual build. Isn't it crazy? I think this area feeds into the fact that we have an uneven side. Like that, if that was extended out, we wouldn't. But now that we have this, it doesn't really matter. Maybe we plant like, maybe a couple of sugarcane pieces around here, just to give us a little bit of extra texture and color difference. Plus, if I had bone meal, this area would look 10 times better than it does now. But I think that's the farm section done. Let me go look at it when it's daytime. Oh man, I don't know. I love winging stuff, and this, I might have peaked on this one. I don't know if I can create anything better. This is so cozy. I need bone meal. I just want to bone meal this land so bad. And I really want to wait around so that these are all like fully planted in. I don't know how long that's going to take. Like these haven't grown yet. These are still slowly growing. Don't get me started on the rice. That's not even close. But I guess in the meantime, we can lead in all of our animals on the island. And look at that! Everyone is in their rightful homes. I do have to get rid of this, probably pick up all of the meat that I left on the ground now, and still add in some barrels, a couple chests, and maybe some unlit campfires to make it act as logs up at the top, so we have storage for all of this maddening things. There. Now I can shove everything I don't want into this. I'm not gonna do that quite yet though, because I want to see. Hey, how did you get out here? I want to see what we have from all of the stuff that I ended up having to kill. All right. I had to kill a lot more cows than I wanted to. No chickens were harmed. Well, all right. His meat might have been eaten. Do I have salmonella? Probably. Oh, I found his breasts. I found the chicken breasts. I'm sure he's fine. It's probably all right. We also have some eggs here, which I think with Farmer's Delight, I can do something with, right? That's right. We can fry these things. Guys, I've already figured out next episode, making a kitchen. I might end up having to make a bakery after all of this stuff that I'm doing today. But I hate to say it, I think we're done. Some things are still growing in, yeah, sure. But the animals are in their rightful place. Our upstairs is even sorted out for once. I've got the interior down. And I think the only thing missing in this barn is hay bales. which I can go get. If I haven't mentioned this already, in the last episode, I went ahead and made this gigantic wheat field with its own windmill. Granted, some of you told me the actual windmill was a little low. That is probably my fault. I don't know how tall a windmill is supposed to be. But if you haven't seen that episode, make sure to go check it out. It was actually a banger. And who doesn't want to be introduced to episode 1 of a series? Like, come on, that's the best one. But with these hay bales in hand, I think we are done. We'll place 1 stack there. Do a tiny little stack right behind the campfire. And of course, put a couple in the barn. Maybe 2 there, 1 here, and 1 by the entrance. I hate to say it, but the fact is, we're done. We created one of the most insanely cozy builds that I've ever seen, let alone built myself. We are now equipped to grow tomatoes, cabbages, onions, and rice in the back. Plus, now I've got all of the meat, feathers, wool, and leather that I could ever need. So with that, what do I do in the next episode? Do I take everything that we've gotten so far and make a bakery? Experiment with different recipes like spaghetti, meatballs, sushi, soups? Or do we do something bigger? Do I make like a nether hub and go for netherite? You guys decide down below in the comments. And don't forget, the Youtooz drop is ending tomorrow. So if you've been waiting this whole time to get yourself a WelcominTV plushie, what are you doing? Time's almost up. Like, it's over. It's ending like tomorrow, dude. You've got no time on the clock. So use the first link in the description to head over there and get yourself a mini me. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you're new. We are on our road to 1 million subscribers, and I swear we are this close. If everyone watching this video hit subscribe, we would be there. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in episode 3. Peace.